Today we will drawing the lotus flower. I chose the lotus flower because it's a symbol of emerging from darkness, and we are definitely emerging from that winter darkness. I'm gonna pull out my sketchbook to do some sketches. So a lotus leaf is really easy to draw. We're gonna start with kind of a blobby circle. And they're all gonna be like that. And we're gonna put a center point to it. And then we're gonna draw little veins that come out of the center. And they're not straight lines, they're kind of just curvy lines that hit the edge of the leaf. Now we're gonna just add a little bit more veins. So we're just going to choose a point on the line that you just drew and then connect it to the edge of that circle or blobby circle. And you're gonna do the same thing for each line. Just choose any point, doesn't really matter where. It can be starting from here to there or starting really high. But as long as it's on that same line, and do the same thing for each one. And you can come up with your own variations. Right. Next, the lotus blossom is really easy to draw too. So we're going to draw kind of an oval egg shape. And then we're going to draw the side petals. This center piece right here acts as our center so that we're always aligning ourselves and the other drawing strokes with the center piece right here. So I'm going to draw another one on this side, and to even it out, I'm going to draw another petal on this side. And then we're going to complete it off with two more petals that look like they're appearing from the back. Now they kind of need a stem because they're emerging from the water. So I'm just going to draw a really long stem for the both of them. And I think for the presence of water, it's really easy to actually create the element of water with simple lines. You're just going to kind of draw like circular shapes. And then you're going to draw around these lines to create like a ripple effect. I really like how this is coming together. Now I'm just going to test out some colors to see which colors that I'm going to use for the final piece. All right. I'm using paint pens. This is a green paint pen color. I'm really liking how this green looks. You know, you're just tracing over the lines. Okay, I really like how this green looks, so I'm gonna keep it. Let me test out a color for the lotus flower. I think pink contrasts really well with the green color, so I'm going to use another paint color. And you can use anything. You can use pens, you can use colored pencils, you can use watercolor, any medium that you choose to create this. I really do like how the pink sits with the green, so I'm going to use this pink for the final. Great. And then for the water, I'm just gonna use a blue color, another paint pen here. Okay, I think I really like how the colors are coming together, and I like how the simple shapes are coming together as well too. I'm gonna transfer this on to our final paper. For the final composition, I'm thinking about creating a garden full of lotus leaves and flowers. I'm going to start with creating a bunch of green blobs to get me started. And when you create these circles, don't make them perfect. They are supposed to be very irregular shaped looking. I'm actually going to color them in, and I'm going to try out an effect with a white pen for this lotus here. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, but I'm gonna have these pieces kind of reach down to what will be the water. So let me let that dry a little bit. It does dry pretty quick, but just to be safe, I'm gonna start on the lotus flower. So just like we did in the sketchbook. Alright, that's gonna be our lotus flower here. And I think I wanna draw another one over here just to add some more pieces to the composition. Oh, and I did forget the back pieces here. Right. So let's go back to this lotus leaf right here. I'm actually going to use a white pen to create the veins that we did in the sketchbook. So these veins right over here. So I'm going to make my center point. And then I'm going to just go out. And it's actually okay if you go outside the lines, because white on white paper, you're not going to see it. And I really do like how this effect is coming out. It looks like you're erasing the green lines, or the green color. And you're going to stop at any point on this line, and you're going to draw outwards any point. You're going to do it all around. I really think I like how that looks. So I'm going to add some water, but first I'm going to finish up the stems for the lotus so that I know where to add the watermarks. And again, you can make any random marks for the stems. Now for the water, it's really simple. You're going to just draw essentially an oval shape around the stem. You're going to do that here too. And here. And they can be anywhere along the stem, totally up to you. And then when you draw the outer parentheses, that's what it looks like. It creates like a little ripple effect, which then creates the illusion of water. I am going to finish this up here, but let's head on over to the Gardner Museum. I found some really cool lotus flowers that I'd love to show you. During this time of year, I often reflect on the ways in which I've risen above challenges over the past year. This is a great time for me to look back, especially since this is my birthday month. I love what the lotus flower represents. Even though the lotus often lives in wet, muddy habitats, it's self-cleaning as dirt and water just roll off the leaf surface. It's a reminder of the importance of self-care and letting negative thoughts just roll off. Whenever I see a work of art with lotus elements, like this sculpture at the Gardner, I think of these unique properties of the lotus flower. Let's head back into the studio to finish up the composition. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the lotus flowers at the museum. I'm here finishing up this composition. I'm just adding some water touches to the lotus flower and the leaves to give it a home. Otherwise, the lotus flowers and the leaves will look like they're floating in space. So these little watermarks are to give it some context as to where you can find the lotus flowers. And I'm really liking how this comes together. It looks very bright, and I'm really excited for the emergence of spring when I see this. So I'm really happy with how it's coming together. Now that I've finished the piece, I always wondered, what can I do with this artwork? Since it's spring, I would love to add this design to a planter when I start planting all of my plants again. So I'm going to use paint markers here, but I really like how it shows up on the terracotta. And we're going to do the same patterns that we did in our final piece. Start with the center and then add the side leaves or the petals. And then you're going to add the stem going down. And here we have this lotus pattern on a terracotta planter. As spring approaches, I am so excited to start planting my plants in here. Thanks for joining me and learning how to draw lotus flowers. I am so excited about spring now. I'm also looking forward to the next workshop. In the meantime, please stay connected. You can visit me at raynalo.com or on Instagram at rayna.lo. Also, I'd love to see your artwork. Please tag us at Gardner Museum. We'll see you next month.